think it's looking very, very cute.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Oh, sorry. No, okay.
Come on over. Let's go make coffee. Come on. Come on over.
Welcome back to a brand new video. It's so hot today. This whole week is gonna be super hot. I think tomorrow is gonna be like 98 degrees, so I'm really dreading it. This summer has just been so humid. This one's gonna be like a quiet, chill work week video. Perfect for working alongside while you do your own things. This week, I am going to be finishing up my sample file and sending it to my printer for my calendar, which I'm very excited about. I have completed the cover and 8 spreads. So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to draw the calendar grid and then just kind of like format everything, make sure all the dates are correct. Like I'm going to double check to make sure those dates are correct. So another thing is my plushie sample arrived for my little pouch. I think it's looking very cute. As you can see, like the texture is like looks like rice, I think. I love the fuzzy texture. The inside is like this plush material. I like that the dark blue contrasts with this. My patrons gave me that idea. And yeah, and it has a hook, so you can just like hook it onto your bag and whatnot, and it's a swivel hook, so it's going to look nice no matter what direction it's on. And yeah, they are officially in production right now. My patrons have said they're excited to use them as like coin purses and stuff, so yeah, I feel like it's a perfect size for a coin purse, and also you can put onigiri in here, like it'll fit. So I think later on this year, like when I'm ready to sell these, I'm probably going to get like some onigiri and like put them in and take like a cute video or something. And then the last thing I want to chat with you guys about is a little bit of a tendinitis update. So if you didn't know, I've kind of been struggling with tendinitis on and off for like the past 2 years probably. I noticed like around 2 weeks ago I started to get another flare up because I was drawing so much. Like I was drawing every day for like 6 hours or more. Yeah, that was another signal to me that I just really have to slow down and take it easy and just also alter my work style. So I ended up getting a couple things to help me with that. So the first thing I got was this little timer. I actually kept all the boxes for all the things I bought because like I thought it'd be fun to do an unboxing, and I was like, oh, I'll just put it back in the box when I show you guys, but I feel like that's silly. I don't think you guys care. So cute. It's like an actual physical timer, and so far it's been working really well. I think I'll just continue using this even if I'm not like having a flare up, because I think it's important for me to take more breaks throughout the day. But the one downside I will say about this is the sound. I can change this. Like that's the sound it makes, and I don't love that. I even put like washi tape and paper on the back just to try to muffle the sound. So what you heard, it's actually much louder. So yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. I wish it was just like a more pleasant beep, but it's fine. The next thing I got is an ergonomic mouse because, so I was editing my previous video and then I noticed when I was clicking my mouse, my forearm started hurting. And I think that happens a lot with tendinitis. Like you start with one activity that gives you the flare up and then other different related activities start bothering you. It actually has been helping me a lot. I haven't really been feeling as bad when I'm using my mouse, and I got the pink one, of course. And you kind of hold it like this. So I literally feel like a Lego when I'm like using my mouse. I'm like, and the last thing I got, which is perhaps the most exciting, is the Sketchboard Pro. So I kept the box. I think you might want to look at the box. Sketchboard Pro, feel better, draw better. I've seen a couple of like artists I follow online with this. I think Fran might have been the first person I saw this with, that I first learned about it. And then I saw Paloma get one. I also think Lily Lilliams has one. Basically a lot of people use this, and I always was like, it looks cool, but I don't want to spend $130 on an iPad stand. Like, it's really expensive for what it is. It's just like a big board that your iPad fits into. So I was kind of like, it's a business expense, and apparently their returns are okay. So I was like, let me just try it. I got it on Friday and today's Monday, so I haven't used it yet. So I can't give you guys a full review, but maybe towards like the end of the video, I will do like a review of this after I've used it for a couple days. But so far, first impressions, it is really cool looking. If I decide to keep it, I'm gonna deck this out in stickers because I think it'll look cute. It comes with these like dowels that you just stick in the back of it, and then you have to take your iPad case off, obviously, and then it just kind of pops in here. And then what it does, it like makes the surface of your iPad feel like a lot larger. Before we go any further, I want to give a big thank you to Milanote for sponsoring this video. If you guys didn't already know, Milanote is an amazing tool you can use to organize your creative projects. I have been using Milanote almost every day to help me with my calendar project. Using Milanote is like working on a blank canvas. You can organize things visually in a way that makes sense to you. I have a section for my risograph color charts because I reference these a lot. I also have some boards grouped together, to-do lists, a group of my mood boards for different illustrations I'm doing, and some quick links on the side here that I refer to very, very often. This is the subboard I'm using the most right now. I have this pulled up every single time I'm illustrating a spread. It shows all of my spreads from this year and last year all together, and it's been really useful for reference because sometimes I want to see how I executed a particular illustration in the past, and then other times I want to track what colors I've used so far. And in the corner here too, I have the riso colors and their corresponding Pantone colors, so I'm doing all of my formatting. It's so nice to have this in one place. I don't have to dig around on my computer, I don't have to search anything else up, and it's also super easy to add files in. You just click and drag them onto your computer. It's very, very streamlined. I also love using Milanote to collect different mood boards and organizing them. Milanote makes it so easy to build these because you can just like click and drag images from Google Images or wherever, and they show up on the board quick and easy, so that like upload process is really streamlined and fast. Milanote also offers really handy pre-made templates. You can have a starting point, and they have over 100 of them for all different kinds of creative projects. Also, if you work with a team, Milanote is great because you can see people move things on the board and leave comments and interact in real time. Also, if you do client work, this I think would be great. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. Milanote is available for free with no time limit, and you can sign up using the link in my description. So thank you so much to Milanote for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Wow.
You still have an hour to lunch. 1 hour. Okay?
Okay, here's a quick review of this Sketchboard Pro 2. I have decided to keep it. I really like it. I've been really enjoying using it. It makes the drawing experience super comfortable for me. I love all of the support I get. I just have like so much more space to rest my wrist and forearm, and it just makes drawing feel really good, and I do think it's helped with my tendonitis. I will say I don't love those dowels on the back. They're just a little bit annoying. It's not enough for me to be like, I hate this, I want to return it, but sometimes I'm like, I wish it was attached. But other than that, I don't regret the purchase at all. I think it was worth it. It is super expensive. It's $130. So my thing is like, if you don't really have special ergonomic needs, you're content with your iPad stand, you don't need this. I had one I was using very, very happily for like 4 years, and it was only like $50, I think. So you can definitely get a really good one that gives you some elevation. I think this is for people who really want some extra support. I also will say it is huge, obviously. That's like a pro, but also a con in a way. Like if you have a smaller workspace and you don't really have these particular needs, I'm like, I don't know if I would get this because it is so big, and you can like take off the dowels and store it somewhere when you're not using it. So it's fine, but It is kind of cumbersome sometimes when I'm not using it. I don't always want to take the dowels off, so I'll just like rest it to the side. And I can imagine if someone had a smaller workspace, that might be a little bit annoying. So yeah, TLDR, I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad I got it, but this isn't obviously not for everybody. I need to get like a smaller spoon. This like doesn't even fit in here.
Print in journals, and now I'm just like embracing my full cursive era, but more like this green on the pen. Have I finally graduated from my mustard phase? We will never. No idea how this is gonna read on camera, but these are all the paper samples I was sent. Lindsay from Resolve kindly let me know that the Mohawk samples, so these two, are a bit more expensive, so I think that would increase the whole calendar price per unit for me by like $1, which is a lot when I am buying like a lot of them. So unfortunately, I might not be able to go with these, but this is the paper I used for last year. So if any of you guys have calendars at home, this vanilla paper is the one I use. I have always been like, oh, I like cream paper, but I don't know, when I got the calendars last year, I just felt like, oh, they're quite yellow. Like I didn't like how cream the paper was, so I was hoping for something a bit brighter this year. But then the other option is this Finch bright white, which I don't know if you guys can tell, like it's giving printer paper. Like I feel like it's a bit too white. And I would love something in the middle, but I don't think they have anything in the middle, so it's either this or this for the Finch, which is a more cost-effective option for me. So these Mohawk paper, you at home, they're like, Megan, it's white paper, it all looks the same. But I think this is like perfect. So I actually asked her to quote this for me, and yeah, it ended up being like almost $1 more per calendar. And I was just like, I think that increase in price isn't really worth it to me. So I think I'm going to keep the vanilla paper just because like everyone still loves the calendar no matter what. Like no one was like, your paper's too cream. Like no one said that. You can't really tell when it's like on its own too. I don't want it to be too white. And also I'd rather keep costs low because I don't want to have to charge more for the calendar. I think everyone would prefer a cheaper price, and I don't think anyone's gonna care what color, temperature, like how cream the paper is. So we're gonna go with the same Finch vanilla. But I'm super grateful she sent these to me. It was really, really helpful to see them all in person. And yeah, this is just like business stuff. You have to make these decisions, and like if you know me, I hate making decisions. So I'm like, I don't like making choices. love my TWSBI Eco. This was like my go-to pen for the past few months. I love the ink chamber. I just re-inked it. But I've been noticing, like, with my tendonitis and everything, I don't love that this is round. I think the Lamy is a lot more comfortable because it's like a triangular grip here. It's just a lot more comfortable for me to hold. I also put my converter in here. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna wrap up this YouTube video with some good old-fashioned yapping. I want to thank everyone for all of your really nice words of advice on my last video when I asked about like Hobonichi questions and like filling old pages and what you do about like, you know, feeling a little bit burned out from it. And everyone gave me really, really nice words of advice, and I have been using it almost every day again. And I think what really helped me were the messages just about like, you just can use it. You don't need to do like an aesthetic spread every day. And one person was like, don't feel bad about filling in old pages, and that was helpful too. Some people suggested ink swatching, and yeah, I think it's just everyone's motivating words were really helpful. And lately I've just been using it, like on some days I'll do morning pages in the spreads, or I'll go back in old pages and use it to just like take notes. So yeah, I've just been using it not for like aesthetic journaling, and then when I feel like doing a more aesthetic page, I'll go and do that. So it's nice to feel like I don't have to do like a recap of what I did every single day. Some days I can just use it for a different purpose, and it's a lot less organized. It's not as like aesthetic to flip through, but I'm enjoying using it again, and it's not super intimidating. So yeah, I'm very, very happy it's become part of my routine again. I am positive though, I think next year I'm gonna go for the Hobonichi Techo, the A6, so like the much smaller version. I think that will be a lot more manageable for me, and I'll still be able to like have a daily log of some kind. Yeah, I was thinking about the weeks, and I was like, I don't really want to use the weeks. And then a lot of people suggested the day free, but I think I won't do the day free just because sometimes I do like having the date in the corner and having some kind of log. I think it's just the size of the cousin, which is the A5 size, that just makes things a lot more intimidating and hard for me to keep up with. So I think next year the little size will be perfect, and it'll be a lot more portable for me. I also think I'm going to get into covers. I was a little bit hesitant about covers this year. I was like, ew, I don't want to make my Hobonichi like all bulky, so I got like a very slim clear cover. But now I'm like, I think a cover will be cute, and I'm really excited for the new ones to be released. There is a green gingham one that I was thinking about getting like 3 years ago, and I didn't get it. One of my biggest regrets. I think about that cover a lot. So excited to see the new covers they come out with this year. My new stationery thing I've been really into lately, though, has been the Traveler's Company notebooks. Confession, I've known about these for a while, and whenever I saw them, I was like, those are kind of ugly. I didn't understand them, and I just didn't like how they looked. But I have been watching a lot of Abby's videos recently, and she has, you know, her Traveler's notebook. I think she has multiple, and it's been influencing me. I'm like, wait, those are actually really cute. So I really want one now. I'm also gonna be doing some traveling later this year, so I was like, wait, it would be perfect to have like a little notebook. So I have been consuming a lot of Traveler's Notebook, what, you know what I mean, Traveler's Notebook content, and I just think they're super cute. I also love the idea of it, like you have your little inserts and you can put as many as you want, as many that fit in like this leather cover, and then when you're done you take it out and then you can catalog them. And I noticed some people have like binders and they'll like catalog their inserts, and I just love that, like when you're done you can put a new one in, and you can put like cardboard sleeves and zip bags inside this book. And I also love how the covers get a lot of wear with time, and you can put charms on them. And I was like, oh god, this is like a whole new world. Like, I feel like with stationery, I dipped like one toe in and I was like, oh, stickers are cute. And I was like, I like Hobonichi. And then I discovered fountain pens, which has been like a whole thing. And then I discovered fountain pen inks, which has obviously been a whole thing. And now I'm delving into the Traveler's Company stuff. And I'm just like, wow, stationery is such a fun hobby because there's so many different aspects of it to discover. And it's just been very fun for me.
and like a nice creative outlet. So I will have to be taking a trip to Yoseka or any stationery store in the future because I do really want to get a traveler's notebook. So maybe you guys will see me doing some like traveler journaling in the future, and that should be fun. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was a fun, chill, relaxing video. Huge thank you to my patrons for supporting me. My shop has been closed for quite a while just because I've been really working on my calendar. I have a lot of products that are coming out, like the pouch I showed you earlier, some new sticker sheets. I just have like a lot of stuff like waiting to be released, but I have to do the calendar first. So I'll probably do the calendar drop in September and maybe like my final shop update like around November, December time even, just to be able to have the financial support from my patrons to just be able to, stay afloat and pay my bills still has just been incredibly useful. So major shout out to my patrons for just like helping me be a full-time artist and making all this work. I love my patrons so much. If you're interested, I have so much fun stuff over on my Patreon. I have like I think over 40 podcast episodes where you get to hear me blab about all kinds of fun topics. I love doing my podcast every month, and I let my patrons like ask questions and I answer almost every single one. So yeah, there's a lot of good knowledge over there on my Patreon. I also have a whole host of visual downloads I used to do, a bunch of them that you can download, and I have a couple videos to watch. I recently did a how I illustrate on Procreate video just for patrons that I uploaded like 2 months ago, and it's a pretty good video. And something I started doing last year is I give all my patrons a digital download of the calendar. All $5 patrons and up get a copy of the calendar. You don't have to pay extra, you just have to sign up for the $5 tier and you get the digital download for the calendar. So pretty cool. There's a lot of fun perks to being my patron, so check it out if you want to, no pressure. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in August. I actually will be posting only one video in August time because I'm going to be taking some time off. So yeah, there will only be one video in August, but I'm excited to catch up with you guys next time. Bye!